Next, we're going to add beads to the basic twisted ring design. I'm going to make a matching set, so I'm going to use the same 20 gauge wire. Then we need 3 seed beads, and for tools we need a file as well as a ring mandrel. And for the pliers we will be using the wire straighteners, wire cutters, flat nose pliers, and needle nose pliers. We're going to start by creating the beaded centerpiece. So we're going to take the wire straighteners and smooth out a bit of wire. Leaving it attached to the spool, we will add our beads onto the wire. With the beads on the wire, we're going to create a small loop at the very end of the wire. Placing the wire into the very tip of the pliers, we will twist it to create a very small loop. Once we have created the loop, we want to bend it back a little bit so that it is centered over the long end of the wire. Now we want to create a second loop that matches the first one, so we'll bend the wire at 90 degrees and then using our pliers, wrap the wire around the pliers to create a loop. Readjusting your pliers as needed, wrap that long end of the wire around to create the loop shape, making sure that it is in the opposite direction as we wrapped the first loop. Adjust the loop to make sure that it matches the first one that we made. Then using the wire cutters, cut off the excess wire. Use the flat nose pliers to tighten down the loop. We will also use the pliers to create a slight curve in the wire so that it matches the curve of the rest of the ring. Next, we will be making the band of the ring. We're going to be making this in the same way that we made the first twisted ring. Folding the wire in half, we will then cut it off and use the wire straighteners to smooth out the wire before we begin twisting it. Crossing the ends, but before we begin twisting the wire, we need to add our beaded centerpiece. Once we have added the beads, we can then close the loop the rest of the way. Next, we are going to use the wire straighteners to hold our wire in place as we begin twisting the wire, maintaining the angle so that the twist is even all the way down. Now that we have the band of the ring twisted, we are going to use the ring mandrel to measure how much wire we need to complete the ring. Once you have determined how much wire you need for the band of the ring, mark that spot and hold it tightly, untwisting the wire all the way down to the spot that you marked. Once we have straightened the wire out again, we will pick the wire that is on top and wrap it around the other wire. Pulling the wire tightly so that it is well secured against the first wire, we will then cut it off flush with the wire cutters. Having secured and cut off the extra wire, we are now going to create a loop with this last piece of wire. Bend the wire over 90 degrees and then using the needle nose pliers, we'll wrap that short end of wire around to create a loop. And excuse me as I go out of frame, sometimes it's a little difficult to remember to keep it in the shot while I'm wrapping the wire. Cut off the excess wire and then before closing the loop completely, we will attach the beads to it and then use our flat nose pliers to close off the loop and secure the beads onto the ring. And then if you need to, use the file to smooth out any rough edges. The fun part about this design is that you can change the color of the beads or the design of the bead and get a totally different look. So play around with it, have some fun, and make it unique to you.